Algorand Foundation proposes its blockchain to Musk government, aka Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. In today's video, I'm going to talk about this article a bit and tell you what is my personal opinion on it, and then we are going to go on the live chart and see what is going on there. And the spoiler alert, I do believe that we are a bit more bullish than bearish. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are having a great time with your family and loved ones. And if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, I believe I was saying that Algorand can definitely be a great candidate for Doge. And now it seems like that crypto websites are actually talking about this. So let's read this article and see what is going on. The Algorand Foundation is advocating that its blockchain network is ideal for administrative functions. It encourages Elon Musk's division of government optimization, DOGE, to incorporate its system for enhanced fiscal transparency. And I believe this all started with this tweet from Algorand Foundation on Twitter that said, Algorand's entire chain history is quantum resistance. In a post-quantum world, this provides an ideal level of security for many use cases, ensuring data remains tamper-proof. For instance, it would be excellent for tracking government spending, and they in here mentioned Doge. And this article goes and say, Algorand is a permissionless proof of stake, and I would like to actually rephrase this thing. It's a pure proof of stake network introduced in 2019. It offers a technological advanced infrastructure designed to support efficient transactions and decentralized applications. The Algorand token still remains within the top 50 cryptocurrency by the market value, even though it has experienced a 23% decline in value this year alone. So what is my thoughts on this thing? I want to be very clear. If you want to ask yourself this, which blockchain is better when it comes to Doge, and it is kind of quantum resistance, or at least it is pioneer in that area, I think the best answer for you is going to be Algorand. However, in government, you need to have some lobbying power in order to get your name out there, and I'm not really sure that Algorand has it in them. But that is not really the point. The point is Algorand is a fantastic blockchain, and it definitely has stood the test of time. And if you want to say how many blockchains didn't have a downtime, okay, that's fair enough. It's not just Algorand, but the other ones, most of them at least, are kind of new blockchains, and they do not really have a whole lot of history, unlike Algorand. And as you can see, like this article mentions, in the last couple of years, despite the price being up and down, in all of these periods, Algorand remained in the top 100, which means it has proved itself. So in my opinion, Algorand can be a fantastic candidate for Doge, but whether Department of Government Efficiency is going to go with Algorand on this one, I'm not really sure. But again, nonetheless, this is great for putting your names out there. Now, in another article, according to this website, Algorand price to exit a 3-year consolidation is a 400% surge coming. And I think they talked about this one. Let's actually go on Algorand's chart. There we go. So the idea is, if I just go on daily charts, this is probably some sort of a triple bottom structure, but in my opinion, it looks quite like a double bottom rather than a triple bottom. And according to that article, you need to measure the height of your pattern starting from here to about this point in order to have a decent target for this double bottom structure, and put this thing at your breaking point. There we go. According to this, the target for this pattern is going to be somewhere around $1.4, except it isn't. Why is that? We talked about this issue so many times. Let me just tell you this. At least where I learned technical analysis, they told me if you want to measure the target of your pattern, first things first, you need to put the chart on regular scale. And according to that, let's summon more in here. Excuse me. There we go. Now let's measure our target, meaning the height of our pattern from here to about this point, and put it at our breaking point. There we go. As you can see, we have already met the target. Now, does this mean that right now it's time to be bearish on Algorand? Absolutely not. I told you before, I believe that this move on the upside is an impulse, and followed by that, we are having kind of a slow and choppy move down, which is a very important characteristic of a correction structure. And after our move down is over, or who knows, maybe it's over already, we are going to start another fantastic phase of the bull run. And you can actually have a great target for this move on the upside when it's going to happen in the short term. And that doesn't really come down to classic patterns. No, It all comes down to classic technical analysis, meaning support and resistances. Let's go on our own chart. I think it was from Binance. Yeah, there we go. So you see, in terms of classic TA, this is an unbelievably now important support area from weekly and daily time frame at the same time. And for now, at least, I'm having a hard time to believe that we are going to go back under this level and break it on the downside. No, my base case suggests that we are hopefully going to get a bounce back from this area, and this is an important point because above here, we're not really having a whole lot of strong resistances. We can argue when this move up is going to start, it's actually going to continue to where? To somewhere around the next important resistance region, which is going to be, we talked about it before, all the way up here between, let's say, $1 to about $1.2. That's why I believe Algorand from here can actually start, let's say, about like a 200 to 300% move on the upside. This is, in my opinion, definitely possible. And when this phase starts, I believe this is going to happen in a matter of weeks. And sure, right now, because the price is not doing a whole lot and the whole crypto market is kind of neutral, saying things like this might be a bit annoying, but I promise you, this is absolutely normal. It has happened so many times. Now, in the short term, if you remember the last time that we talked about algo, we were somewhere around these areas and I was saying, look, this can be an impulse, this can be a correction structure, which means we are going to have at least another move on the upside. And I want to be very clear, this to me is not enough. I think if we want to be bullish in Algorand for the next couple of days, we need to actually see something like this. A very solid move up, correction structure in order to have a retest of this level, and then another move on the upside. And at that point, we can say, well, okay, this is probably a wave 1, correction for wave 2, decent move up into wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5. Does this mean that right in here we are going to be 1000% bullish? No, absolutely not. I'm just here to tell you this. Let's take everything step by step and see what is going to happen in this move up. And when we reach to about here, we are going to make new videos and talk about what is happening and what might be the next step for Algorand. For now, our focus should be just on this move on the upside, and we shouldn't really be, at least at the moment, jumping into any unnecessary bullish conclusion. Sure, the structures, in my opinion, do actually look optimistic, and there is a decent chance that we have hit the bottom, but there is no certainty in any market. There are only probabilities, and based on probabilities, again, I'm here to tell you in the short term, we can be optimistic and say, this is probably an impulse. This is a slow and choppy move down, which is a very important characteristic of a correction structure. And this suggests, okay, for the next couple of days, we are going to be bullish and get a move up. Can we do something like this? For example, another small move up and then a very sharp move on the downside in order to take this low? Absolutely. But for now, at least, that's not going to be my primary case. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Algorand's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.